I would just like to update everyone on the progress of Natori Ryu. Now, Natori Ryu is a samurai school of war which has been brought back to life by me, Anthony Cummins, and what you're looking at now is the temple. Now, recently, or I say within the year or so, the head monk of the temple, his father died, so they're doing the sort of inauguration ceremony to bring him fully in. And this is actually at the temple where the founder for Natori Ryu was, well, the third Soke, if you will, or the person who reinvented it. So this is what I'm going to do with this video is let you know what's been happening in Japan. So of course we're fully backed by the temple and we keep in close contact with the temple. Anyone who's a member, and you can become a member, then you get your name written in the temple records. I've been sending out tanren, which tanren in Japanese means like forging yourself through training. So this is the idea of doing weekly training, and I send out emails for weekly training probably every 10 days now, just to give people a bit of a rest and a break, but you can get involved in them. So join Natori Ryu Hub on Facebook. That's Natori Ryu Hub on Facebook. Now, I wasn't in Japan for this footage, unfortunately. I've unfortunately only been back to the temple once in the last 5 years, just because of COVID and everything. We couldn't get back to the temple, and I've been back, but I missed this. I did spend a lot of time at this temple, and I wouldn't say I worked there, but I was there for a 3-month period helping out. So if I'd have been there now, I'd have been helping out with the ceremony. So I'm very, very happy to share this news for Yamamoto-san, and hopefully you guys will also be. Now, the lady who they run the Shoninki reading group and the Natori group. They see some of the members on the left bottom. There's the lady who sent me the pictures, and they of course deal with the ninja. What is a ninja? They're right, and they do lots of products and ninja things. So which I'm happy to say you can get when you get there. In other news, Takeda-san, who's on the left there, with Miyako Koyazumi there, one of our main translators. He is the head of a family that used to run a Natori Ryu dojo on one of the islands of Japan, and he's the last in line. Let me run the video again so I can talk over it for you guys. On second thoughts, I'll just run the picture. So on the left is Takeda, who's the man who's inherited lots and lots of information on basically, even though he's in Shikoku, the island, there's lots of Wakayama schools who travelled across the ferry across and set up there, and one of them is the Natori Ryu, and it was their school was based on teaching the Gunzoyo Doki. Now, on the right, there is Yamaguchi, I think it's Yamaguchi, from Sekiguchi Ryu, and he basically is trying to bring back the school, and a lot of the documents he needs are in the man on the left's hands. And of course, Miyako in the middle is one of our translators, and she worked on the Muhyoshi Ryu stuff and has translated a lot of the Natori Ryu stuff we use. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background there. They're trying to find a place for his entire collection, which if you follow my channel, you'll have seen he's got a big collection, like thousands of documents, swords, armor, all sorts there, and he's the last in the line and no one to pass it on to, so he's trying to obviously get a safe place for it. He has been in newspapers recently here, showing some of his scrolls and some of the stuff. So even though we've found no new, what can I say, Natori Ryu scrolls that I've been searching for, we have found certificates like these here coming up. These are Natori. You can see on the right it says Natori Ryu, and students of Natori Ryu should be able to read that. And basically, they've been finding certificates with Natori's name on and everything like that, which is superb. So, and of course, this has made it into newspapers and articles, etc. For example, this one where that's the dojo there, if you can see on the top, that's all the collection of stuff, and where you'll have seen me, I've been there and gone through the collection, got his catalogue, and then this one here, the dojo is outside. That house is going to be up for sale, and it's been in the same family for about 250 years, and those documents have been there for about 250 years, or building up the collection as it goes. So unfortunately though, guys, we didn't find anything too spectacular, but some good stuff was there indeed, which was wonderful to find. Now, in other news, back to the temple where we started off. See that? That's Natori there. That's a Natori name. And basically, in their archives, they found an old map of the area from the early 1900s donated by one of the Natori members, which was a great new find, and that was excellent. So I'm very much looking forward to getting a copy of that. And I think The writing's a bit too small here, but that is probably the original Aonji temple, or it's the way around there. So when I get back to the temple, I'll have a proper look through, photograph it correctly, try and get it pieced together, which is superb. So there are things going on, guys, in the background of Natori Ryu, but in honesty, people are just not loving samurai enough. It's too complex for them, and people are getting a bit bored of it. So what's great, though, is that it's still going on. It's laying in the background, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, everything, and it's not just me, everyone I've ever spoke to now says the love for Japanese martial arts is declining. Dojos are declining. It's not even a case of the sort of the BJJ taking it all. It's just a case of there's very little love in going out there every Tuesday and Thursday, whatever, and getting, really training hard and achieving something. It seems to be very much the community has shifted into just internet, TikTok. As much dire as that sounds, it's quite bad. But things have not stopped. They are just trickling around in the background. So if you're a Natori Ryu student, don't worry. We've still got plenty to research and plenty to do. It's just waiting till we find that next big find for us. But there's over on Natori Ryu Hub, please join us for Tanren training, where you get about every 10 days a new mission to do. So come over and join us.